This modified restoration will be available for purchase on eBay. And we've teamed up with channel sponsor Mr. Cool to hook one of you guys up with a free installed DIY mini split system. Check the links for details, more information on that in just a bit. I like my air conditioners like I like my women. Durable, attractive, and easy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the shop build. Today is a huge day for me, a day that I've been dreaming about for like 30 years. So I'm going to guide you through the steps today that it takes to install your own air conditioner and show you and prove to you that one, it's not that expensive, and two, so you guys keep hearing me jibber jabber on about my Mr. Cool air conditioner and how great it is to have this in my shop. I can pull my truck in, I can replace my U-joints, I can do crazy restorations and make an absolute mess, and I can do all that at 62 degrees. I can have box full of this kind of restoration stuff, and I can have like antique oil cans laying around, and I don't have to worry about any of this stuff gathering extra rust, right? Because that guy takes care of all of it, and I'm very happy about that. So I got together with channel sponsor Mr. Cool and said, hey, let's give one of these away. So we are going to give to one of you guys a DIY mini split 12K unit, right? So that's gonna cool off the shop just fine. Now here's the kicker. Not only am I giving you the unit, I'm gonna get in my truck, I'm gonna drive to your house anywhere in the United States of America, I'm gonna come install it for you. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to put a link in the description to Facebook. Go over there and like Mr. Cool on Facebook, and then jump onto my Instagram page, and I want you to write me a private message. You can send me pictures of your shop, send me pictures of your house, send me pictures of your igloo with no heater in it, and, you know, oh, dude, I didn't say continental. I might have to drive to Alaska. I can't go to Alaska. I want to go to Alaska, but I can't afford to go to Alaska. Geez, that's a little too far. Okay, no Alaska. Alaska is out. Sorry, Alaska. Get a hold of me on Instagram. Hey, you got time. This is going to be running for probably the month of June, and then we'll pick our winner in July. So sorry about that, guys. Without further ado, let's get back to the restoration. So I'm going to take a second to go over this vapor honing cabinet. There's a video on how you can build this, and guys, I've had it running for a while, and I really like it. It works really good. And on parts like this, for cleanup, it doesn't damage them, right? So these are machined gear pieces and stuff like that, but it's not so hard on the stuff that it's going to act like a sandblaster. Just drop our components inside. So this little nozzle right here, I believe this one is a 10 millimeter, and you can buy this gun on Amazon. Links will be in the description for all this stuff. I've got some 12-volt lights stuck up in here, and you can see they're coated in media. Everything gets kind of covered. Works really well, easy to build, not really expensive, and something that you have to have in your shop. I'll put a link in the description to where you guys can go check this bad boy out. You know, I've been using the Hotshot 360 heat treat oven for so many things that it's not really designed for, but it's perfect. Having a heat source like this is great because I can just chunk these parts in here and dry them off, and it only takes a few seconds. In case you guys are wondering, this lubriplate, this is actually legitimate lubriplate. It is awesome. And I love using this stuff. Prevents wear and corrosion. Pretty cool stuff, man. For the utmost safe, simply economical lubrication on the market, we highly recommend these other products. Yeah, I'm going to be out of this one day. It's about half full now. That's going to be a sad day. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, we'll show you some beauty shots of this girl, but just the coolest, right? Like, who would have thought that this would have been a cool project? I really liked the way it looked to begin with. I really liked the patina, and I thought it would have been really neat just to have it hung up on the wall. And what you may not realize is that that's how this works. You can just take it over to your wall like that, and you can mount it just like that to your wall, right? So really, really cool. Why restore a pencil sharpener? Well, there's a couple different reasons. I just really liked how industrial this was. You can imagine when the company was approached and said, hey, we need some pencil sharpeners for kids, you know, and this is probably in the 40s, 50s. And so this was going to go into a school, and, you know, kids just beat the living mess out of everything, and they're real hard on stuff. So they're like, okay, well, let's build a solid steel frame, let's rivet it together, let's cast all the pieces, let's just make it to where you could probably hang 500 pounds off of it. And I think if you anchored this to the wall, you probably could. And I love that about it. Now, they did cut some corners. They were like, okay, what about bearings? Well, let's get the price down to maybe $5 a unit by foregoing the bearings and just putting in an oiling system. This thing right here is better built than most modern pieces of equipment made that are similar in manufacturing, like that have as many moving parts. It's built like a handgun. And why did I choose to go the way I went with it? Okay, so when looking at the projects, I kind of just allow myself to do whatever I want when they have no real value to them. Okay, so this is probably a $30 or $40 piece. In fact, I paid $40 for this at an antique store. I don't like to pay that much for my stuff, but I did. This is what I paid because it just spoke to me, and I was like, man, I want to take that apart. And so yeah, I did. I was thinking about going all original back with the paint scheme and everything, and I was like, no, you know what, this is a pencil sharpener, let's have fun with it, and let's really practice finishing, different finishing techniques, the metalworking techniques. I can't even remember where the dent was on this thing. It's just not there, you can't see it, and that was 100% done without any metal filler at all, or any body filler. And I was able to get a nice finish on there, and a nice matte black finish. Now, what you may or may not be able to see, it might come through, and it might come through as too shiny. Hitting it with steel wool after I was done, I made sure to focus a lot on the edges. Of course, it's not black, it's metal color, it's gunmetal gray, and you can really see the metal, but on every edge, I made sure that I polished off a lot more of the bluing solution. So on all the edges, I made sure to polish off a lot more than I did on the other components, like on the flats, right? So everything's polished, but I focused a little extra time on these edges so that it would give it this little striking lip of light on each side, and it would fade out, and it would look like kind of a natural wear, but it adds so much definition and detail to the actual piece. And then I went with vapor honing as the finish on here. Now, I've got fingerprints all over it. It needs to be cleaned up. But I went with that, and the reason I did is I really like that matte finish. It turns out really, really nice. Very, very pretty finish. And hear that detent. Isn't that cool that it has a spring ball detent? Just awesome. So anyway, I really wanted it to have a unique finish, and you know, it gave me the opportunity to play with a couple other things. So this was originally nickel plated right here, and what I did was I took this off and I sanded it as flat as I can get it, but it had some damage inside there to where I couldn't get it any flatter. So what I did, I didn't have any copper plating, or I would have originally plated it in copper as a filler material, but I plated it several times and with nickel so that I could fill all those little pinholes of corrosion in there with actual nickel. And then we did the brushed nickel finish. So this is actually nickel. This won't rust again. This was originally nickel plated, and it won't rust again either. So, or it won't rust either. This one didn't rust because it was protected by plastic. The top was originally nickel plated as well, but how cool is that they would actually nickel plate that part too? It's unique and neat. So I think this thing will last for a very long time, and I think You know, guys, I was going to have this set up for my shop. That's why I put my logo on there. But we do have a lot of guys that really like the channel and would like to have this as their shop pencil sharpener. And for those of you that are carpenters, you know, you're better than me. I can't do any carpentry work. For any of you guys that work and you have pencils in your shop, this would be a really cool thing to add to your shop. So I'll throw it up on eBay for you. I'll put the link in the description as always. Once again, those links for the air conditioners are in the description as well. Don't forget to go over to Mr. Cool's Facebook page and then send me a message on Instagram telling me about your location and how cool it would be if you had a Mr. Cool air conditioner in your place. And I'm going to be giving, I only have one to give away, but I'm going to be giving away a 12K unit, right? That's a 12,000 BTU unit. You're in a bit of a pickle because you don't have any air conditioning. Definitely let me know that as well. Now, what I'm going to be doing is loading up the unit in my truck, heading down to your house, and I will install it myself. The only stipulation that's there is it's going to be a quick install, so we're going to have 220 already ready to go, and I'll leave that up to you to figure out exactly how you want to do that. But so make sure that if you enter that you are ready to go with 220, you know, so it's not real difficult. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And if you think you got the money it takes to get 220 or you know how to run 220, that's fine. We'll do that too. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I love it. So yeah, fingerprints everywhere. Get down in the description, check out all the links. Thank you guys, have a wonderful day. I've got incredible projects coming up, just really, really unique items similar to this, but I'm going to tell you this, they blow this out of the water. If you think this is cool, awesome. If you hate this, that's absolutely fine. You know, it's going to remind a lot of you of the worst days of your life. All right, I got to go. Bye.